Well, the first day of fall is not turning out to be the greatest. Well, welcome back to the journey, folks. This video is actually going to be a little bit of everywhere because, hey, I've always said it's daily living. So whatever we're doing here, what you get to see there. So hopefully you enjoy, follow along. Let's get busy.
Mushrooms! What the heck? They're everywhere.
Y'all eat up all them bugs.
Growing and growing and growing.
So we got done with the Jeep, doing the stuff, right? I had noticed out here, so I can't really see it right now because I've been doing work, but I noticed that there's a little bit of an oil trail. It didn't look bad, but it took off, right? And then I was like, well, maybe residual oil just sitting on stuff, that we had poured out. There's stuff that was still on the engine as I was driving. And then I noticed working with a tractor yesterday. So I was kind of coming out here. Well, this was from today. So obviously, and I'm going to show you what I did with the tractor. But obviously it was leaking here. Leaking going out the driveway. And a portion of this too was whenever we got done with this, putting the Jeep back together, Gladys actually drove it. She went to Boonville, I think Boonville, from where we're at, right? So went and did stuff and then came back and no issues. Didn't tell me anything of issues, but this is what I was working on here. Was cutting in the ditch, kind of cleaning up the ditch on the side of the driveway. That way we can eventually get some more material brought in for the driveway. But yeah, as I was working out here, I had noticed, not on this driveway, but I had noticed on the other driveway where we have rocks over by the concrete culverts, was oil, a line of oil. And that would have been oil of whenever she was coming back, because there wasn't two streaks, there's only one. So that means somewhere from the time that we finished the repair to her coming home, it started leaking oil. And then from me going from here to out our dirt road, which the dirt road is what? 7 minutes? It's 2 miles?
Like,
a little over 2 miles?
yeah, 6 minutes, I'd say. It's 4 minutes from here to town.
So,
6 minutes.
Yeah, our dirt road is about 2 miles long. So from the time that I got to the main road, off of our dirt road, check oil light comes on. I'm like, what the heck? So we have in the little electronic settings to where you can check oil pressure. Mm-hmm. I go to check oil pressure as I'm driving. It's supposed to be around 34. That's average, right? 34, 36 for average driving, give or take. And then it's obviously going to go up as you're accelerating and stuff. Well, as I was going towards town, the pressure was at about 6. And then going a little bit further, right, we have to kind of go down a hill, whatnot, and get going. The pressure went down to 0 PSI oil pressure heading into town. So obviously I was checking, making sure that it's not overheating as I'm driving, trying to just get it into town to see if I can't just buy oil. Because at this point, I was like, well, maybe it just leaked a little bit, right? And that it leaked out here or whatever. So at that point, I didn't know how bad it was. But you can even see from underneath the trailer that it's a significant significant leak. And we got help from Mike, Dogman, over Washita Mountain Living. He's letting me borrow his truck, so thank you. Also had assistance from Drew up at the store, because that's actually where he works. And then now it's here, so now we get to tear it apart for the third time, trying to figure this out.
Just to see if we missed anything or didn't tighten anything up.
Which, yeah, I'm not going to say that I didn't forget something, but kind of looking at this, because I originally, old part, I said, well, maybe, because if you look, see how this has O-rings at the bottom, right? Maybe this, like one of those O-rings maybe fell out, like that one, right? Because that's the one that has oil goes into it. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah. So, I don't know. So, I'm going to double check all these fittings, look at all the stuff. So, we have to get down to the point, again, of taking all the intake off, taking all that stuff. So, we'll get to that point once we can get everything off of this. I think we're just going to do it up here on the trailer. Mm-hmm. And,
yeah. Let's do this.
In the event that we do have to take it, into town to an actual mechanic.
Yeah.
So, we'll see you in a bit. Well, the first day of fall is not turning out to be the greatest. So, we got this thing torn apart again. We think we got it figured out what it was. Pinched the O-ring. It's actually on the part of the oil cooler that is right at the bottom of the filter.
Where's the stuff?
It's still in the truck. But I can kind of come over here to the, I can come up here to the top.
To either side.
Yeah. So if you kind of come up here and look at the oil cooler, well, this part right here, right, it kind of goes down into the hole right there. Well, this comes directly from your oil pump, because it's putting oil into where the filter is, right? And then it gets filtered. And then basically from there, it kind of goes through the rest of this unit. And then it has oil that comes out back here to go to the rest of the engine, right? That seals onto that, right? High pressure, low pressure. So if this O-ring gets messed up, which it did, it got squished, it did, right here. I don't know if you can kind of see where it got damaged. So, yeah, that's from me leaving. And from the Jeep. Oh yeah, so yeah, I showed her she's like, the oil tracks on the ground. Yeah. And then there's also one out there because where did you go the day after we got this fixed? You went to Boonville, didn't you?
No.
Or just into town here?
Yes. I went into town.
Well, that's probably why it didn't have an issue then. Because if you would have went into Boonville, you probably would have blown this thing up.
Oh, gosh. No, I did not go into Boonville.
So you would have been leaking. So from the time it took her to go to town and back, and then me to get off of our road, is how much it went through 6 quarts, a little over 6 quarts of oil in that time frame. Because by the time I was off the road, it was empty. It was done. Long, like zero oil pressure. So, went ahead and went into town, got a new O-ring kit.
And he actually got one.
And I got a bigger funnel for the tractor. I don't necessarily need it for the Jeep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's more for the tractor, because while I was there, I was like, hey, I saw it, right? ADHD brain. It's like, hey, I could have used this on my tractor. Let me go ahead and get one now, so I'll have it for next time. Yada, yada, right? So, went ahead and got that. So now, we're going to go ahead and get this thing put back together.
And hope for the best.
We've already done this before. Second time's charm. It's how you learn your lesson, right? But this is lessons learned the hard way.
Oh yeah. You don't put anything in dry. It's got to be lubed.
Yeah, I didn't put any spit. I didn't spit on it before putting it in the hole.
You can't force it. So hopefully this is gonna be better.
Yeah. So all right. Well, let's get this thing put back together, and then we'll bring it right back. Okay, just about buttoned up. Got everything unstrapped. Now, obviously, truck is not connected to the trailer. I need to be able to get the Jeep off, right? So I went ahead and I have chocks underneath the tire rock, right? That's up. It's actually elevated a little bit in the front. And then I have stands, right? Jack stands. Oh, bless me. Jack stands back here to back. That way, it's not going to squat the trailer down whenever I try to drive off of it, right? Causing this thing to take off as I'm trying to come off of it, right? It's either that or I need to go put the truck back on. But I've done this before. It worked out. So, yeah, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get this fired up. I need to get it on level ground because right now it's not on level ground. So I'm going to move it over. I like to be able to put it where the truck is. So maybe I'll go move the truck first because that's really the only level ground I have. All the rest of this is, it kind of looks level, but it's not. So let me go move the truck and then we'll put the Jeep up there and finish putting the oil in it. Well, that wasn't too bad. The trailer still moved a little bit. Obviously, once I get all the way to the very end, because once the front tires went past where I have the jack stands, then it still rose up. So ultimately, I've done that before and it didn't really do anything, but it was more with the tractor. I probably should have put the jack stands all the way back here in the far back. That way, no matter what, as soon as, once you get down to the ramps, then it's still going to try to do the same thing, right? So, but that's fine. Glad it says time to eat. So I'm going to go jump inside, eat some dinner, then I'll come back out and finish filling this thing up, call it a night. Whew, yeah. So let me know down in the comments, how was your first day of fall? Because mine, whew, yeah, didn't start off the hottest. But I do appreciate having good neighbors, good friends, to be able to lend me their vehicle to even get this stuff done. So, love you, Mike. Whew, all right, let me go eat. Well, finally got it all back together. We went and washed the Jeep and actually got a lot of the dirt and mud off. So, yeah, that was all that was the issue. No more oil leaks, no more nothing. So, hey, fourth time is the charm, I guess. But we're going to keep an eye on those things. Obviously, this still needs a new top, right? You can kind of see, right? A lot of the Velcro on this is doing that. It has, some battle scars here in the back. None of this Velcro up here does anything. Some of these doors actually do leak. Some of the seals leak a little bit. But yeah, at some point we'll get a new top. And then back brakes. So yeah, other than that, I would still like to be able to do a radiator flush. Probably change out the transmission fluid at some point in time. I'm pretty sure that's due as well. And then the filter for that. But yeah. Live and learn, I guess. I didn't really force it. Glad I said I forced it, but no, we were trying to get it to go. It didn't go straight, and yeah. Anyway, lessons were learned, and we got it going this time around. So, and we actually just got back to town. I was able to get the truck back over to Dogman. So thank you once again, Washita Mountain Living, for allowing us to borrow the truck, allow me to get into town to get the parts that I needed and such. And I was able to finally buy some diesel. That way I can continue to work out here on this beautiful land, getting stuff done. Actually, up here, a lot of stuff that still needs to be done. We're going to need to bring in some materials. And as of right now, as I'm recording, we're underneath a tornado watch. So, doesn't look like it, does it? Got a few clouds in the sky. But, yeah, right now, it's going to be raining here within the next few hours. And then underneath the tornado watch until at least 10 o'clock tonight. So, we'll kind of see how that's going to affect some of this stuff. Because as long as I have the backhoe on, I do have some other projects that I need to do up in the front of the property. So we can always try to go knock that out. So if you'd like to come back, I need to get this pipe out as well, right? So I need to dig this up. And then I need to install a culvert up in the front. That way I can get that area covered back up. But kind of coming through here, because we're still been doing the circle drive. And it worked out well. Like I even came through here with the big F-250 and the trailer. That's a 16-foot Carson car hauler. And I was able to basically come out here. You kind of see where one of my tire tracks was coming around. This was like the furthest. I still had a couple feet that I could have moved, but it's kind of hard to see the barrier that we have over here. And then it allowed the trailer basically to track like right here. So I still had, a good 3 foot over here as well. So I think that's going to work out perfect. So I'll finish getting all this and stuff done as well. Still got to move a lot of rocks. We got to bring in more material. We actually need to bring in some more of this material here. All the SB2 road base, because it packs down really well. And then at some point, way in the future, we are going to come in and actually do a chip and seal type road and parking area and all that good stuff. So yeah, long time from now. And here is the after of everything getting it all put in. I actually had not pretty, but some old concrete that was sitting around. So that kind of covers the end of the tube, right? And then allow the water to be able to basically just continue going down. I can always come clean this out if I need to. Really not a whole lot of water comes through here. But still enough that it needs to have a culvert. Because it's basically water coming from the road shed right on that side, coming off of our neighbor's property. And then I just have rocks over on this side to kind of hold it down. All right, just a few down here at the bottom, but that's it. So I guess I'll move on to the other project that I was working on, and just kind of give you a little look-see. So I may or may not show the whole thing. I don't know. So coming up to the gate, I actually wanted to widen this curve just a little bit, kind of get some stumps out of here. Because ever since I installed that post for the gate opener, kind of pulling a trailer through here, you're not able to kind of get that wider turn. And I was getting really close to some of the stumps coming through here. So I went ahead and widened that out as well. But I'm also going to have to fix that post at some point, because I think we had one of our delivery drivers back into it. Yeah, these things happen, folks. You've come into the gate, basically have a little area right here that kind of goes down, and then back goes over to where I was doing that shop build thing that I talked about over on the Scuttlebutt, our side channel. You can go check that out. So I've been just kind of fixing this corner as well, be able to kind of go down. I would still like to, you know, fix this transition, this road going up over there, and then I also, you can kind of see, zoom out a little bit, you can see I've been taking out a lot of the topsoil and just a lot of the vegetation that's over there, just getting that area ready to be worked on. Hopefully in the near future, but we'll see. One thing I do want to get back to though is getting that stump out, getting all this area back here prepped for the playhouse move, because I'm pretty much done over there, just needing materials. But I still have a lot to do back here, so I guess you can watch that in the next video. But all right, y'all, that's it. That's what we got for you. So we definitely thank you for following in on our journey thus far. Yeah, not a whole lot going on with this one because basically that was our top priority, and didn't record a whole lot because we've already done it more than once, right? So definitely go check those videos out. It's greatly appreciated. And then last but not least, well, no, not last but not least, if you actually stick around a little bit longer on this journey we call life, then check out this video right here, or the whole year's playlist over on this side. Continues to grow as the year progresses, and then the icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel. Go check that out. And then last but not least, get out there and think a veteran with every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. We'll see you on the next one. Later, friends.